Welcome back to the Union Sports Network. We're here at the Union Baseball and Softball Complex. I'm Rick Corey as we begin the second game, doubleheader, against Northwest Classen. Union winning the first by a score of 10-0. So welcome back to the second game of our doubleheader tonight. As Union winning the first game 10-0 will once again be the home game in game number 2. I want to remind you, too, on the Union Sports Network, anytime you can't be at the game, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, you name it, you can watch right here on the stream, including tomorrow at 4:30 for softball versus Bixby. So in that first game, tremendous night for Union there. Armando Gomez, who pitched that first game, had a terrific outing, sat down the first 6 batters, added to his own cause with a walk and a sac fly himself, and he will be DHing here in game number 2, as we saw a couple of late substitutions in that run rule 5-inning first game. So Union will have some different starters for game number 2, as will, by the way, Classen. Knights making a long trip on a Monday down here as the teams are starting to gather to come back out. Still a pleasant night, still almost 0 wind, which is so unlike Oklahoma this time of year. Normally you have to put rocks in your pockets to keep from leaving the diamond, but not tonight. 57 degrees a little earlier. It looks like it's going to be starting to drop a little bit right now. Nate Gregg will be on the mound for Union in this second game. Gregg is also committed to play college baseball. Got that bright, kind of a cool looking red Union glove you see there. Sun just getting to that point where over in that shortstop, left field, third base area, it won't always be easy to see. So our first batter should be the pitcher for game 1, and that was Giovanni Cicero for Classen, and he struggled, obviously. I say obviously, it's been a difficult night early on for the guys from Classen, and again, their coach, Aaron Todd, in his 5th year, believes he's building a pretty good program and building his numbers back, but that is not easy to do. City Schools struggling to get numbers out. When he took over that first year, he said only around 12 or 13 players. He now is running in the 25 range, which obviously is a whole lot better deal. So we're about ready to get underway. Seeing just a tiny bit of breeze pick up out there in that right center area where the American flag is. As the ball will come around and back to Mishan Menders and out of the pitcher. Number 1. Giovanni Cicero. Almost completely blew that first name, but we'll get it right sooner or later. And we are set to get underway. Nate Gregg kicks and fires. He'll be outside for ball 1. Nate's going to be playing up in an area I'm very familiar with, Winfield, Kansas. Had some junior high school friends play football up there. Cicero ready. That one caught the outside corner. It'll be 1-1, 1-2, pardon me. Gregg a little more studied than Gomez. Right over the top of the head. Cicero got down like it was not a big deal, and we are 2-2. I guess you see enough baseballs head for your noggin, you don't panic anymore. Got that one to the second baseman, cleanly picked up, and that'll be out number 1. And a nice job out there by Arrietty at second. Number 8, Rogelio Perez will step in as there's one down here for Classen. Perez sets. That's going to go down the pike for strike one. Umpires have rotated here. A new home plate umpire. Let's see if he likes that outside corner. That one's going to be fouled off for an 0-2 count. Almost got the security guard. He's wandering over there. Security guard's kind of wandering just past the dugout right there and almost took one in the head. Nate delivers, and that's a swing and a miss, and that's strike three. So 2 up, 2 down thus far for Nate Gregg. Number 2, Jaden Mayfield will step in. Strike one. And Gregg's thrown 2 strikes. Nate Gregg, little business right here. About to get out of this inning. 1, 2, 3 with no issues. 0-2. 1 Mayfield. The delivery, that one will be outside, and we'll get our first ball. It'll be 1-2. The new catcher is number 12, Chris Weinbarger. Here's the delivery. That one just makes it down to third. Minners is able to pick it up. They're going to call that foul. Limping back is Mayfield, like he might have taken that one off the foot or something. Umpires are going to give him a second to rub some turf on it. There's no dirt here. Well, there is, but just not on the field. Nate Gregg set. 1-2 with 2 outs. That one will hit sharply to first base. Play made cleanly, and that's going to be out number 3. No trouble right there for Gomez at first. So 1, 2, 3 for Classen. Union comes to bat bottom of the first here on the Union Sports Network.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
Set to go here in the Union Sports Network in the bottom of the first, game number 2. Redhawks winning first game 6-0. Shortstop Cody Young steps in against the new pitcher, and it is Ruggiero Perez. That ball will be delivered outside. It will be 1-0. In his warm-up, Perez just showed a crazy amount of spin on the ball. Had a hard time getting it over the plate a good bit. That one will be low and outside as well, and it'll be ball 2. Redhawks run ruled the first game, winning 10-0-5. Well, 4.5 actually. That pitch once again outside, and that's 3 straight balls. Cody Young is 1 pitch away from walk. Perez delivers, and that is 4 straight balls, and on base is Cody Young. Several of the Redhawks walked in that first game as well. Second baseman number 8, Isaac Arrietty. Isaac is staring. It's funny, actually, Ruggiero Perez is kind of staring over too, like, can I pick some of this up? From the Union hitting coaches. Delivery. Low and outside. That's ball number 1. That's 5 straight balls now by Perez. Good lead over there for Young. That one gets away, and Young will round second base. And he'll hold up there, and that'll be ball 2. Giovanni Cicero, who pitched the last game, is now catching for Classen. That ball's well inside, ball 3. And with Young already at second, they won't move anybody over, but Isaac Arrietty looks like he may be close to. And Isaac Arrietty will get a chance to go to first base. And coming home quickly, and the throw, and they got him out. Cody Young tried to be a little sneaky. He got sent from third base, and although Arrietty made it into second on that, it wasn't a terribly hard play for Classen to make, and a quick turn by Cicero to Perez, and they tag him out, so there's 1 down. Center fielder Asher Fowler. Fowler had a really good game 1. That ball once again outside. Oh, they called that a strike, pardon me, and that's 0-0-1. Apparently, the strike zone has moved a little. Call that one a strike as well. You know what it is? It's just the outside corner, isn't it? These umpires do like the outside corner, so it's 0-2. Maybe they have to drive back to Oklahoma City, too. Hope somebody brought a pike pass. Swing and a miss, and Fowler will have a seat. Strikeout. Pardon me, that's Arrietty. Nope, that was Fowler. That was right the first time, which almost never happens. First baseman Armando Gomez will step in, and his name we know. Puts the bat on, that ball is going to fall just foul. Oh, boy, just foul. Over down the right field line. That would have certainly scored a run and given a heck of an opportunity for Gomez to get more. So it'll be 0-1. Pitcher Ruggiero Perez delivers outside, and we're 1-1. No score here, bottom of the first inning. That one got by, and the runner will advance to third with no trouble. And the count will be 2-1. So Arrietty at third with 2 outs, hoping to score that first Red Hawk run. That one's going to be high and will be 3-1. Perez's control has been a little bit wild. Deals, and that one's going to be outside, and that'll be a ball. And Arrietty was looking to come home. That'll be a walk for Gomez. Left fielder, number 19, Devin Blackwell. Now first and third with 2 out. Nobody on bottom of the first, or pardon me, first and third, no 2 outs bottom of the first with no score. Once again on that ends, when he pitches that inside, he's pretty close. Not quite there. The outside they're giving him. They want to switch of baseballs. So starting to get evening here. Perez stretch. Delivered that one low, and it'll be 2-0. Chris Weinbarger on deck. Got the catcher gear on the legs if needed. That one's going to be low and get away, and this will score a run. There's no trouble there for Isaac Arrietchi to get home. Over to second goes Gomez. So the Red Hawks now lead 1-0. Blackwell steps back in a 2-0 count. Now a man on second, so a good sharp single should score him. And that one will be the walk. So Blackwell walks as well. And taking off those leg protectors is Chris Weinbarger, as he will walk to the plate. Catcher number 12, Chris Weinbarger. 1-0 Red Hawks. Now first and second. Weinbarger hoping to bring a couple of runs home. That one bounced in, but a nice save right there by Chicaro. Quick work by Perez. That is a strike, and we're at 1-1. Perez played shortstop in that first game. He's outside there. The ball got away, but Chicaro able to grab it again, 2-1. You've seen these Classen players, several new players here for Union, just some new positions right now here for Classen. Perez delivers, and that ball a little bit high, 3-1. So a walk would load the bases with 2 outs, move both runners over. That was a high drive, but that one hit right toward the left fielder, and it is caught, and that'll do it. So the Red Hawks get 1 run, but they leave a couple as well, and we will go to the top of the second, with Union up 1-0 here on the Union Sports Network.
Does your school or organization need athletic apparel or spirit wear? Let me suggest Inkwell, a Tulsa-based company that can get you the quality you deserve at unheard of and unmatched lead times. Talking 2 weeks or less, not 2 months like most others, and can do it as much as 60% less than most of the big guys out there. So join the likes of Sand Springs, Union, Broken Arrow, Jinx, Oolaga, and Glenpool, to name a few, and get your customized sublimated uniforms, including Under Armour, Nike, or Adidas at InkwellNation.com.
So we begin inning number 2 here on the Union Sports Network. Rick Corey along with the crew. I'd say the guys, but we have a young lady with us as well now. You never know who's going to pop up in the press box. Number 7, Jaime Diaz, steps in with Classen down 1-0. Nate Gregg on the mound. First pitch will be outside for ball 1. Gregg studies again. Again, that's going to be outside ball 2. Actually, we had a young lady in the press box the whole time. I keep missing it because she's over my right shoulder and I can't see that far. Somebody get me a rear view mirror. That's what I need in here. Gregg readies. He'll go down the pike on that one. Strike 1. It'll be 2-1. Leave it to Andy. He says, I'll beep when I back up. You know what? That's fair. That is a fair comment. I cannot complain. Outside, we'll go to 3-1. Diaz struck out a couple of times in that first game, and he watches a strike there for a 3-2 count. Feels starting to get a little bit cooler here as the sun trails away into the west. That went straight down the pike and fouled well back. That one landed on the roof of the concession stand / water closet and bounces away. Delivery by Diaz went over the head. Wow, Diaz ducked and the ball ricocheted off his bat after he ducked. And even Diaz laughed on that one. Nate Gregg just grimaced a little. He'll deliver again, and that will be the walk. That was a close pitch, really close pitch, but Diaz will get the walk. Number 21, Osmar Proa will step in. Now another one of those mound conversations. Weinberger returns, and we will get this thing underway. 1-0 Union. Nobody out, one man on now for Classen. Gregg fires. That one's going to be once again a little high and inside, and it'll be ball 1. Quick check by Nate Gregg with his pitching coach, and now he's set. Delivery slightly low, 2-0. Gregg takes his time, now delivers. That one got the corner, 2-1. The delivery inside tied him up. That's going to be a strike, strike 2. Look for a moment there like Proa got hit the way he walked out of it, but it doesn't look like that's the case now. Might have clipped him. Andy thinks it clipped him. Couldn't quite tell. He did look like he was in some kind of pain, but after the swing, it's 2-2. That delivery is going to be lofted short now. It's going to be a problem to get to, and no one can. That ball is going to bounce. Moving on to second is Diaz. And so now first and second for the first time tonight for the Knights. They lost the first game 10-0 in a run rule. Number 24, Santiago Toledo will step in. As Classen threatening a little bit here in this top of the second with Union up 1-0. Nobody out, 2 on. Toledo is ready. He's a big young man. Ball high for ball 1. Greg, a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone here in his first couple innings. Same spot to the outside, and it'll be 2-0. Greg studies, takes a quick look at second, but they're not going to make a play there. And he delivers to the corner for strike 1. It'll be 2-1. He needed that one too. A little bit of confidence back, a little bit of the corner. That'd bring back a little swagger. Outside again, we'll go to 3-1. Dangerously close to walking the bases loaded here with nobody out. There is no one up for Union though, so Greg will persevere. And once again, he got the outside corner, and that's going to walk. Toledo, pardon me. So bases loaded now with no one out for Classen. Coach is going to go out and have a conversation. Greg actually breezed through that first inning pretty easily, a ground out, a strikeout, a ground out. But it's now given up a single, and it was admittedly a bloop single that is kind of one of those fly balls with eyes, if you will, that fell just in the right spot, and then the walk here to Toledo. And with the team meeting, the umpires went to meet as well. It's a $500 fine, you know, in the NFL. If your cell phone goes off like that in a meeting. I'm just saying, and, you know, the other workers here, I'm just saying, you know, normally it's $5. I'm going to make it a hot dog fine or something like that next time, so. I want to make it very plain. All the people I give trouble to all the time except Andy are volunteers. So they're doing this for nothing. Andy, of course, makes well over $2 million a year, but the rest of us, we're just here for the love of the game, the rest of us, and just want you to know that's where we sit. Number 6, Ray Perez steps in. Everybody's had a word now with Nate Gregg. Let's see if he settles down. Bases loaded, no one out. Union up 1-0. That one hit straight to second base. Quick turn over to second, and then got the double play. Now they did score the run. So Diaz scored the run, but that is the double play ball you were looking for. And Perez does get an RBI. So we're tied 1-1, but there are 2 outs. Number 3, Zach Mackelman. Mackelman will take a strike. 0-1. Nice turn of the double play out there as well. Those are never a gimme, trust me, even when the ball's hit right at you. That one's going to go shortly to the second baseman. It'll be picked up by Arrietty, and that's out number 3. So despite the bases loaded with nobody out, Classen manages only to tie the game, but we are at 1-1 as we go to the bottom of the second next here on the Union Sports Network.
Life doesn't wait for you to slow down. When you're moving fast and something doesn't feel right, Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma is here to help you stay in motion. Through our combined expertise in orthopedic surgery, non-surgical medicine, and comprehensive whole patient treatment, our team has your back and every other joint too. Ready to get back out there? Visit AOOK.com and let's move forward together. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Heal, recover, advance.
1-1 game here as we go to the bottom of the second inning on the Union Sports Network. Remember, there'll be a game tomorrow night right here on the network. Join Andy and the crew. They'll be with you at 4:30 tomorrow night for softball against Bixby. Number 13, Samson Harrison, stepping in for Union in this 1-1 game. Classen tying it there in the bottom of the first. Delivery by Ruggiero Perez on the mound now. It's high for ball one. That one's going to catch the corner, though, and it'll be strike one, 1-1. Perez can deal it right there on that corner. He's missed a little bit toward batters a couple of times, but when it's in the right spot, like right there again, it's a nasty pitch, and it's 1-2. The only way to protect yourself as a hitter is maybe back up a little, shorten that swing, and hope to get it off the handle of the bat just to get a little contact. And there's a swing and a miss showing. That's exactly what he tried to do and could not do it. And down goes Samson Harrison, so that's a strikeout. Third baseman, number 1, Mishan Minners, will step in. One down now in a 1-1 game here. Minners squared the bunt for a moment, but backed up, and that ball high anyway, 1-0. Once again, catching that low inside corner for a 1-1 count. Perez has found a spot right there, and the umpire likes it too. That one will be fouled straight back. Good job by Minners just to get a little bit on there. And it's 1-2. Perez set. Too far inside. That is ball 2. Delivery high, and that'll go to ball 3. So we're at full count. Nobody on. 1 out. 1-1 game. Perez set. Hit him. Hit Mishan Minners right in the back. Minners just tried to turn out of it and couldn't. Got him right between the shoulder blades. He'll take the trot down to first base. See if the trainer, Jacob Newby, will check on him. Looks like he's going to be all right. Right fielder, number 15, Gavin Wilhelm, will be next up. And that is the near bottom of the lineup here for Union, as they will turn it back over. And remember, Minners over at first can absolutely run. Perez outside with ball 1. In the batter's box or batter's circle, Cody Young back to the top of the lineup for the Red Hawks if they can get there. Minners is going to try the steal, and he's going to slide in. That ball, a little bit better throw here, because in the catching here in the second game is Giovanni Cicero, who pitched game 1. And catcher in game 1, Noah Jones, just did not have the juice to get it to second base, but Minners steals anyway. Got the outside corner again, and so we are now at 2-1. Digging back in is Wilhelm. That one's going to be fouled back. Don't think the third baseman or the short. No, nobody can get there. That one goes into the pin. You couldn't quite tell from here. The roof covers up part of the stadium, so when that gets up above our eyes, we can't really see it. It bounced well out of play, and we'll stay at 2-2. Perez goes well outside, and it's 3-2. First base is open, of course, with Minners where he is. Already at second and getting one heck of a good lead. Perez way outside, and that will be first and second. Back to the top of the lineup. Shortstop, number 6, Cody Young. Cody now with an opportunity with 1 out to give the Red Hawks a lead again, with runners on first and second. He had a ground out and a single in that first game. Well outside again for ball 1. Perez checks Minners quickly. very high for ball 2, and we're 2-0. And both the shortstop and second baseman made a run in on Minners, and he still didn't move. Squaring to bunt, and an excellently laid down bunt. They're going to grab that at third. No chance there. Minners makes it to third, so he's on. Cody Young with a beautiful bunt, and the bases are loaded with 1 out. There was just no choice over there for the third baseman to be able to do anything with that. Just perfectly laid down. Second baseman, number 8, Isaac Arrietty. You just know he's licking his chops right about now. Perez has walked 1, given up a hit. Opportunity here to give the Red Hawks the lead again. Well down the line was Minners, and that's ball 1. And another bunt. Arrietty's bunt will be fielded and thrown to first, but home easily as Minners, and the Red Hawks retake the lead at 2-1. And Arrietty with a perfect sacrifice bunt scores the run and gets out number 2. Center fielder, number 11, Asher Fowler, will now try to add to the damage. Second and third for the Red Hawks with 2 down. And he's going to bunt as well, straight down the line. He's got a chance in. Oh, they got him. Oh, it sure looked to me like he beat that out. Give a lot of credit right there to Perez. He worked his tail off to get over there to get to that and did. Close call, but they'll call him out. Still, though, the Red Hawks regain the lead. We'll go to the top of the third next here on the Red Hawks Sports Network.
Select Commercial Group, a part of Coldwell Banker Select, is a highly reputable and professional firm specializing in commercial real estate services. David Roberts heads up the group with over 40 years of management experience and over 20 years in the real estate market. Sarah Bergeson, Scott Job, Jason Smith, Amy Bauman are skilled professionals that are poised to help you achieve your goals. Select Commercial Group treats their clients like family. With a wealth of experience and expertise in the industry, they are dedicated to providing exceptional services to clients seeking commercial real estate solutions. Whether you are looking to buy, sell, lease, or invest in commercial properties, their expertise covers various sectors, including office spaces, retail properties, industrial facilities, and more. Select Commercial Group is the go-to partner for all your commercial real estate needs. Call 918-695-6979 or 918-394-0700. A sponsor of the Union Red Hawks.
Back here on the Union Sports Network as we go to the the top of the third inning in a 2-1 Union lead over Oklahoma City Classen. On the mound for Union, number 18, Nate Gregg. That's a swing and a miss. And we are 1-1. Greg readies. Hit the corner on that one. 1-2. Batter wants to have a word. Not sure that's where that was. Well, that's the guy behind you in the hat that matters says it was. And a swing and a miss will set him down. So a strikeout for Greg. One down. Number 1, Giovanni Cicero. At bat now for Classen. Trailing 2-1. That one goes well behind the head. Nice job of Cicero to get down. So obviously a ball 1. That one a little inside, but turned on. Cicero got a pretty good cut on it, but it's going to be lined well out of play over into the swamp area. It's 1-1. 1 out here, 2-1 Union. Redhawks winning the first game in a 10-0 5-inning run rule. That's a strike. Slow motion, but that's a strike right there, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good placement on that outside corner lower edge. Greg working a little bit more quickly. That one's going to go straight out towards center, but it's going to hold up. Nice job calling everyone off, and Arrietty will make the play, and that's out number 2. Number 8, Ruggiero Perez will step in. No one on, 2 outs. Greg deals, and that's nothing but a fan, and it's strike 1. That's a beauty by Greg. That one broke nicely back across the plate. 0-2, 1 strike away from having this half inning over. Slightly low. Well, that had to be a little bit hard to lay off of, though. It's 1-2. Perez waits. Outside corner for 2-2. Greg delivers, and that one's fouled off. So we'll stay at 2-2. Once again over the head to make it 3-2. As a batter, you're going to have to keep your attention, because when he misses, it's right there about your helmet. Payoff going to be on the outside corner, and he got him. Nate Gregg strikes him out. That is 3 up, 3 down. Redhawks remain at 2-1 lead, and we'll go next to the bottom of the 3rd here on the Union Sports Network. We move to the bottom of the 3rd here at the Union Baseball Softball Complex on a Monday night. Welcome back into the Union Sports Network. Rick Corey with all the folks here in the press box. 2-1 Redhawks, hoping to add to that lead. First baseman, number 25, Armando Gomez. Gomez, the winning pitcher in game number 1, steps in. That one slapped down to the shortstop. Clean pickup, long throw, and it's dropped, so he'll be on base. Gomez got there. Was not a bad scoop and throw from short, not at all, but the ball could not be handled by the first baseman, and it was dropped by Santiago Toledo. Left fielder number 19, Devin Blackwell. Blackwell steps in as the Red Hawks now have a base runner. Ruggiero Perez pitching. Fires. Going is Gomez, and that ball just barely caught out there on the attempt to throw him down, so he'll now be at second base. Red Hawks have stolen a ton of bases tonight. They did call that a strike, by the way, so it's 0-1. Perez delivers. That one will be slapped down the third base line. It'll be strike 2, 0-2. Yeah, Blackwell did swing at that pitch earlier when the attempt to make the play at second happened. So 0-2, nobody out, and a runner at second. The delivery inside, it'll be 1-2. Once again, a ball. So we are even at 2-2. And there's the swing and a miss, and that will be a strikeout. He dropped the ball, so he picked it up and tagged him, but that will be an out. Either way you look at it. So one down for Union. Catcher number 12, Chris Weinbarger, will step in. Gomez on second. Red Hawk up 2-1, hoping to add to that here. And that's a tremendous job by Giovanni Cicero to just keep that in play. That was well behind the batter, and Cicero dove out of there to get that 1-0. And that one hit him. That is 2 hit batsmen tonight. And that one got him on the arm. That had to hurt, as Weinbarger will make his way to first, but that's going to leave a mark. First and second now with 1 out. The staff will come out to take a look. I think they're going to, they'll have a courtesy runner here for the Red Hawks. Coming in to run will be Jackson Franklin, and boy, can he run. Number 13, designated hitter, Samson Harrison. Perez turned as though he wanted to make a throw to second, but no one was really covering. It wouldn't matter. That one hit and just tapped slightly out front. Can they make a play? No, they cannot. It's thrown well over the head of the first baseman. Gomez will score. And now we're going to get 2 runners stuck at one base. Now there will be the runner coming home. They're going to make the quick throw, but he's safe. Oh, my. Franklin, for some reason, held up going around third when he had all kinds of room. Some miscommunication. When he finally realized he could get there, he turned and took off and still had to dig in and slide into that turf, but he got home, and it's 4-1 Union. Third baseman number 1, Mishon Minners. So now 1 out and a man on third. Minners bunts. Perez got there, picked it up, was able to get him, but now coming home behind that was Harrison, and he scores to make it 5-1. So a nice job by Perez, but he didn't really have time to hold the runner, and that cost him. Right fielder number 15, Gavin Wilhelm. Perez delivers low, ball 1. Franklin looked almost surprised when he turned the corner and realized how much room he still had. That one's going to be sent down to first base, and it is mishandled by the first baseman. Still, there was time. It was picked up by the second baseman, but Toledo didn't get back to cover the bag, and that's going to be a hit. Will be an error, but on base is Wilhelm. Shortstop number 6, Cody Young. Now 5-1 Union. What was a 1-1 game not that long ago, and then a 2-1 game is really broken open here. There are 2 outs here in this bottom of the third. As Young comes up, he has a walk and a bunt single. Swings on that one and missed. And got the contact, but fouls it back, and it'll be 0-1. And Wilhelm will jog back to first. Girio Perez on the mound. Outside, now the run's going to go. The runner's going to get in there easily. Wilhelm now at second. And that was a ball, so it'll be 1-1. Young waits. Gets the bat on that one, and it'll be fouled out. Land back in the parking lot, 1-2. Needing those lights now here at the stadium. As darkness is falling. Delivery well outside and just kind of a courtesy swing right there by Young, and just was able to get the tip of the bat on that. It's still 1-2 with 2 down. And Wilhelm on second. Delivery well outside, 2-2. Perez has had to throw a lot of pitches this inning. That one is inside, and we have ourselves a full count. Giovanni Shikaro is catching this game. A better arm than the catcher in game 1, so if they try to steal on him down to third, he may make the move. That ball's going to be lofted lightly into center. Can the center fielder get there? He can, and that'll do it. Nice run in by Jaime Diaz, and that will do it for the inning. But the Red Hawks get some extra runs. They now lead at 5-1 as we go to the top of the fourth here on the Union Sports Network.
When summer heats up and your AC isn't working right, be cautious of being pressured into a replacement.
It's always a good idea to get a second opinion, and Airco will let you know if your AC is worth fixing.
So call Airco today for a free second opinion.
So the Red Hawks score 3 in the bottom of the third. They now lead 5-1 in this second game of a doubleheader. Welcome back to the Union Sports Network, where tomorrow at 4:30 you'll catch Union softball right here on this stream. Remember, anytime you can't go to the game, whatever that game is, just check in right here on the Union Sports Network. I'm Rick Corey, along with Andy, who's responsible for that very network and all the cameras around here. All the volunteer folks here in the press box with us. 5-1 Union here. They ruled the first game, 10-0 in 5 innings. Third baseman Jaden Mayfield steps in, and we will start inning number 4. Nate Gregg kicks and delivers. That one solidly hit and just over the outstretched arms of the shortstop. Not quite able to go get that was Cody Young, but it was close, and that'll be a well-earned single. So a base runner again for Classen. Center fielder number 7, Jaime Diaz. Diaz made the right nice run-in catch to end the inning, that last half inning. Greg will pitch with a man on first and no one out. Dropped that one right in there. That ball had a lot of break. That is a strike. Greg kicks. Got him again. That ball again broke back over. I don't think Diaz expected that. First one broke early. The second one didn't break until late. Like he expected that one might stay up and in. 0-2, nobody out. That one stayed just on that outside, or that inside corner, but just, I'm saying. 1-2 now. Not much of a lead out there at first by Perez. He's staying very close to the bag for the most part. Now he stretches a little. And he got him. A little lower outside corner right there, and that is a strikeout for Nate Gregg. Shortstop, number 21, Osmar Proa. One down now for Classen, but they have a man on, trailing 5-1 here, top of the 4th. Swing and a miss. Strike one. When Greg works a little bit more, with a little bit more pace, he seems to have a little bit better consistency. Broke another one over the plate. It is 0-2. Got a double play chance if Proa gets a bat on this thing and keeps it in the infield. The delivery does come straight up the middle. There's the touch on second, throw to first, and that is that double play, and the inning is over. Nice job over there at the shortstop position by Cody Young, and the Red Hawks are out of it. So a 5-1 lead for Union. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th next here on the Union Sports Network.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Five-1 Union leads here as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning at the Union Baseball Softball Complex. Rick Corey here along with the folks on the Union Sports Network, Andy and the crew. Red Hawks ruled the first game of a doubleheader, 10-0 in 5 innings. Number 8, Isaac Arrietchi. Arrietty swings and misses that first pitch. Rogerio Perez pitching this second game. He's also had that hit for Classen in the last half inning. Arrietty, that one bounces in, and we're at 1-1. Isaac had a really good first game. He had a walk and a bunt, and has a single and a sacrifice bunt tonight in this game. Scoots back a little on that one, ball 2. Had a couple of batters hit tonight as well. And that one swung and missed. So we'll be at 2-2. I think Arrietty wants that one back. Rogerio Perez delivers. Slapped down third base, but that one's foul. Nice play by the third base coach. Knocked it down. And we remain at 2-2. Delivery. This one's going to go straight up. Third baseman's going to make a play. Can he? And he will not. Not enough time to get around on that. Osmar Proa got his hands on it, but realized there was really no chance to try to throw Arrietty out. So Arrietty on first now. First baseman Armando Gomez. Gomez is going to actually walk back. Right. Center fielder Asher Fowler, pardon me. And the steal underway. Arrietty gets there, and that ball got away into center field. Arrietty's going to try to go to third. The throw will be well behind him. He slides in safe. The pitch was a strike, so it's 0-1, but the more consequential matter is the overthrow and Arrietty moving to third base. So nobody out for the Red Hawks, up 5-1 with a chance to score more here. Delivery low, and it got by, and Arrietty will score on this one. So now 6-1, not a play to be made, and now the bases are clean. That's a strike, so 1-2. And by the way, misidentified, that's Aiden Madsen hitting now. Madsen got a shot on that one into third, and it's going to go over the head of the third baseman. It's being fumbled with by the left fielder. Madsen stands up going into second, and that's a stand-up double. Excellent shot right there for Madsen. He blasted that. First baseman, number 25, Armando Gomez. So a courtesy runner. No, he's going to stay, actually. Madsen will remain at second base. Looks like they might bring a courtesy runner out, but he ran back. So 6-1 in Gomez. Hoping to come across with run 7. We'll see if we can get there. That's no swing. Ball 1. Gomez gets a swing on that one. It's going to just go foul. 1-1. That ball had stayed fair. That likely going to score another run. One and one the delivery. Perez a little high, 2-1. That one's going to get popped up behind us. It's going to go over the back of the press box. And we'll be at 2-2. Got to give Perez credit. He's hanging in there. He had to throw a lot of pitches here, and you can see him bearing down with everything he's got. Nobody out, 2-2. Man on second. Another foul ball off the bat of Gomez. Again, it's going to go well off behind us. delivery. That one's going to get slapped to the shortstop. He will make the throw over to first base in time, and that is out number 1. Madsen at second kind of teased like he was going to go, but he was not going to. Turned around and stayed. Left fielder number 19, Devin Blackwell. We're going to have a very slow walk out to the mound by Aaron Todd, the fifth-year head coach here at Classen. You can see Rogerio Perez bouncing up and down like I don't want to go, but then kind of handed the ball out or held it out as though he's going to hand it to his head coach. We're assuming we're going to have a switch here, and it looks like that's going to happen. 6-1 Redhawks, 1 out. And we will have a switch. Going to pitch, it looks like it'll be number 7, Jaime Diaz. Diaz will get his warm-ups. More interestingly, if you look out in center field, you'll see a player just kind of laying out there, stretching, hands behind his head. There he goes. Now he's going to get up. Oh, he tried to get up. One more time. There we go. Look, I'm not going to say a word because I couldn't do that if I tried. If I rolled backwards like that, there'd still be flab moving. He at least got his feet on the ground and got up eventually. I just like the chasing butterflies in the outfield part of it. It's a nice night in Tulsa. You got a long bus ride back. You got to stretch a little. It's a beautiful evening. Lay there and look at the stars. Make the most of what you got, my friend. Jaime Diaz coming in from center field, and he'll pitch. Give him a little warm-ups here. I think we're getting close to ready. Yep. Infield will break back out. And Blackwell will walk back up into the batter's box. I want to give credit where it's due. The guy in center field who was enjoying his afternoon was Zach Muckelman. Way to go, Zach. All right, Blackwell back in. Diaz's first pitch, almost a wild pitch, taking off and making it to third. Runner gets to third. That was not a bad throw down to third, actually. But still easy enough for Aiden Madsen to make that run to third, and so now with 1 out, man on third. Very easy high delivery. That's ball 2. Blackwell certainly will be patient. That's a strike. And you can see certainly now Diaz being much more measured, not trying to overthrow the ball, just trying to throw strikes. See if Blackwell takes a turn on one here. 2-1. That's outside enough to be 3-1, pardon me. You know it's got to be tempting too. You know it's going to come a little slower. You want to take a huge cut. There he does. That one's going to be hit toward the left fielder. Initially made the wrong move, but he makes the catch. The tag will easily score the runner. So Madsen scores to make it 7-0, and that's a sacrifice fly for Blackwell. Catcher number 12, Chris Weinbarger, will be next man in. 2 out now for Union, and no one on. Weinbarger will try to start yet a new rally. That ball is going to be hit into right field. Will it fall fair? It did. It went over the right fielder's head, Weinbarger's on his horse, rounding second, and he's going to make it into third without much trouble. Actually, that was a tremendous relay throw. Holy cow. The relay throw was just spectacular, and that was from Rogerio Perez, who's playing now his third position of the night. And he pegged that. If he hadn't been on his horse and slid, that was going to turn out differently. So now you've got a man on third, 2 outs. Number 13, Samson Harrison, designated hitter. And Harrison hoping to add to this lead. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Sometimes when the ball's floating a little more slowly, it just looks like a softball. That's when you can miss the worst sometimes, too. It's like a wide receiver being wide open in football. You start to think too much. That ball outside for a 1-1 count. Outside again. Run over at third now is Jackson Franklin, and he can fly. So if one comes anywhere near getting away from the catcher, he will be crossing home plate. Diaz's pitch fouled back, 2-2. So Classen is within 1 out, or 1 strike, 1 pitch, getting out of this inning. Diaz a little high, and we have a full count. So a full count with the bases loaded. Franklin will be going. We'll see what happens. Jaime Diaz payoff. It is slapped into left center, and that's going to fall. No problem for Franklin to score. Diaz will round first, and pardon me, not Diaz. That is Harrison will round first, and he will stay. Third baseman number 1, Mishon Minners. Now an 8-0 game, and Minners will try to keep this rolling. Union has been just playing small ball, really, for the most part, other than the long triple once there were 2 outs, and they continue to do so here tonight. They won the first game in a run rule, 10-0, and now at 8-1 are in danger of doing that again to Classen. Diaz throws high, and a quick throw over to first base, but nothing there. Giovanni Cicero is catching, and as I mentioned, he pitched the first game and actually looks really good behind the plate. He's made a couple of very nice throws. Jaime Diaz, who came in from center field, now pitching. Diaz deals, and that one's down the pike. We have a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Minners had the duck. He's been hit once tonight already, so he got down pretty quickly on that one, 2-1. Diaz taking his time on the study, as was Minners getting back in the box. Minners pops that one up. It looks like it might be trouble, and it is going to fall. 3 Classen players. Nobody ever really called anybody else off, so Minners is on first base. And the rally continues. 8-1 Union. 2 outs here in this bottom of the 4th. Right fielder number 15, Gavin Winfield. Wilhelm. Gavin steps in. Now with 2 out and 2 on. That's a strike. Diaz hit that outside corner with that little slow curve. That one a little too far outside, and we'll even up at 1-1. Wilhelm puts anything to the play to the right side on the ground, likely score at least 1 run, and that's going to be sharply hit. That's going to go all the way down to first or third, right field. That is booted in right field. That's going to score too. So the Red Hawks will have that 10-1 lead. As that ball got over the head of the first baseman and then was bobbled out there by the right fielder. Could not come up with it. David Cribbs Did make a decent throw when he got it, but that moves the score to 10-1 with 2 outs. We're back to the top of the lineup. Number 6, shortstop Cody Young. That's a couple of balls that have been mishandled out there in right field. But when he gets out in that corner, the way Union can run, that makes it tough. Diaz preps, delivers. That's a strike, but stealing third, so the steal is in. It's a strike, but he's safe over at third. As Wilhelm now stands there. And an opportunity for Cody Young to get himself another RBI tonight. Delivery by Diaz a little slow, but it's a strike. And we are 0-2. So 2 outs for Union. And 3 outs from Classen away from being done with this thing. Very high, and it'll be 1-2. Have to play 5 for it to be an official game, so even with a run rule, you'd have to play the 5 innings. That one's going to go just down the foul. That just fouled, just down the line and fouled. Really nice try out there. Nice effort trying to get that thing out of there by Santiago Toledo. He knocked it down at first and would have, had that stayed fair, been able to scramble that ball around and get to the bag, I think, and make the play. A heck of an effort on his part, and we are at 1-2. Young awaits. And he just got the tip of that one, and that's going to be a strike in and out, and now he's going to have a seat. So we are going to go to the top of the 5th inning with Union up 10-1 here on the Union Sports Network.
Hey, Union fans, score big with TTCU Federal Credit Union School Pride Card. Each time you use your card, we donate to Union Public Schools, adding to the $2.5 million we've given statewide. TTCU, where members are raving fans.
So we go to the top of the 5th inning here. Union up by a score of 10-1 on the Union Sports Network. Rick Corey along with the crew here, Andy and the folks. Going to have a pinch hitter coming up. Vargas will step in. And I apologize, we don't have the first name for the young man. The coaching staff did not give it to us, and there is not a roster listed. First pitch is fouled back by Nate Gregg, and it will be 0-1. Vargas readies. Way on the inside there, and I think that did just brushed him, so he's going to get first base. So that is several hit batsmen tonight between the two pitching staffs. And Vargas will trot to first base. One man on, nobody out. Pitch from Gregg is swung and a miss. Strike one. This is McClure at bat. Again, another young man we don't have a first name for. Inside to him, and we will be 1-1. Classen using a lot of subs here now. Down 10-1. Gregg got another strike. 1-2. Nice placement. Just that inside corner up just a little high. Tough ball to handle for a batter. At 1-2 and nobody out, McClure with one on, steadies. And he's going to have a seat, strike three. Got the outside corner. Number 3, Zach Mockelman will step in with one man out and one man on. Trailing Union 10-1. That one went toward his head. That's going to be ball one as Gregg just lost a little of that one. Both pitchers, when they miss, have missed up where the chin is. That one didn't miss. Strike. And we are even at 1-1. Gregg working fairly quickly here as it got cooler. Fouled back for a 1-2 count. Man on first base, one out, 1-2. Delivery from Gregg coming. Struck him out. Oh, he hit the deck, and Nidefield now realizes that ball took a nasty curve back to the inside, and there we go. Number 16, Young. Going to have a conversation here with the pitcher. I think Coach may tell him, never throw a breaking ball like that again or your elbow will never recover, because that thing broke about 3.5 feet quickly. He was heading for the guy's head. Next thing you know, it was right over the strike zone. That was nasty. 10-1, Union. We are in the top of the 5th. 2 outs, 1 man on. Long conversation over here too with some of the Classen coaches, but the Union coaches are on the way back. As Nate Gregg will have a seat, and we will have a new pitcher. Cody Young will finish this one out for Union. Takes the requisite warm-up throws, and as you can see, got himself a good arm.
If we had one more pin under your belt, you definitely would. I need one more pin tomorrow, Wednesday out.
There's that breaking ball over the plate, and I think we're pretty close to getting ready to get back underway. So the first matchup for Cody Young will be Young versus Young. I believe we're set to play. As the comments about the in-between inning and action music heats up here in the press box. Someone's displeased. I'm not going to mention names. Unless somebody pays me, then I will. 10-1 Union, 2 out here in this top of the 5th. Cody Young delivers a little high, and that's going to be ball 1. Young steps back in. Let's see what he can do. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. But Cody Young's got some volume. There's no doubt about that. That ball blisters its way up there. Once you play shortstop, you got to make that throw. Something in that length and a little more. Swing on number 2, and he misses again, so it's 1-2. Young kicks, fires, and strikes him out. So that's the inning. And it is 10-1 Union looking to get at least one and put this thing away from a run rule coming up here as the Red Hawks will head to the bottom of the 6th, leading 10-1 on the Union Sports Network. Back underway here at the Union Baseball Softball Complex. Rick Corey along with Andy Irwin and the crew. 10-1 Union leads. Isaac Arietchi stepping into the batter's box, hoping to have the Red Hawks help the Red Hawks get that 11-1 lead they need to walk this one off, basically. That first pitch is a strike, 0-1. Jaime Diaz on the mound now for Classen, third pitcher of this game for them. Second of a doubleheader. Union won the first. Run ruled it in 5 innings. Diaz. That one's going to be popped. That'll be a little bit of trouble, and it's going to fall right in between the right fielder and second baseman, and Arietchi's going to get 3 out of this standing because the ball got by once again the third baseman. So Arietchi into third standing, and the Red Hawks are that much closer to putting this thing in the books. Aiden Madsen comes to bat, number 5. Number 5, Aiden Madsen, with a chance to end it. I see a few parents who are shivering who are pulling for that. Diaz hit him, and Madsen will trot down to first, acting like it's no big deal. So, with an opportunity now, first baseman number 25, Armando Gomez. Gomez won the first game as a pitcher, of course. Remember, tomorrow night, right here at 4:30, softball versus Bixby, right here on the stream. First pitch by Diaz just outside for ball one. Now first and third for Union, nobody out, looking for the one run to put this one away. Leading 10-1. That one almost got by, but did not. Catcher made a nice play on that one, ball two. That was really close to being the one that put it up, that ended this one. And a new catcher in Jones. He made a nice play. Steal's going to be made. Madsen on down to second base. Takes away any double play chance, and we are at 3-0. One pitch away from walking the bases loaded with nobody out. Diaz delivers outside, and that will do that very thing. Gomez walks. Left fielder number 19, Devin Blackwell. Now really only has to put the ball in play. Sacrifice fly. A bunt would probably score the run. If he held it like a pool cue and snookered the end of it, he'd probably score a run. Whatever it takes. That, though, won't. That's a strike right down the middle with no swing, 0-1. All right, got to be patient. That one's a little outside. The ball got away, and there's your winner. As coming home is Isaac Arrietchi. All the other runners moved up, and that's going to end the ball game. So a Union wins by a score of 11-1. That is 2-run rules in 2 5-inning games, basically 5-inning games. And so the Red Hawks get a doubleheader victory here tonight. Remember, again, as we said, tomorrow night, 4:30 right here, softball against Bixby. Until then, we'll see you next time right here on the Union Sports Network.